Alright, what's up guys? So in this video I will be explaining gaps so you guys can understand them better, and I will be backtesting from Monday to today, so Friday 10 to 14. So if you guys wanna backtest on your own later, you guys can see what I did. And yeah, before I start, if you guys don't mind subscribing, it would mean a lot for me. And if you guys have any suggestion of anything you want to know, let me know. I can make a video on it. And yeah, so let's start. So Monday, first I'm gonna do all the analysis and then I'll explain the gaps. So let's get it. And this week again the strategy worked very nicely, but again we just need to follow the rules, and there were some improvement we need to do. And yeah, so let's start. Like always, we mark the sessions. Here we go. Then we mark the lows, the previous lows and highs. Sunday, yeah. Now gaps. Gaps, what we do first is we go on the 4 hour. Why? It's because it's gonna give us the general idea where the gap is. So already I can see here there's one, here there's one, right? This doesn't exist yet, or partially, because it's 6. We're on the 4 hour right now. So what we do, we mark them up just to mark them up. So on lower time frame, when we see reaction, at least we know which one is good, right? Then you look, there's none, you go on the 1 hour. And if there's none on the 4 hour, you still go on the 1 hour and look for them on the 1 hour. If there's just none, then trade will be taken off of sessions. Now people ask, can we trade without the gaps? You can, but a lot of time the gaps get filled, and actually we get beautiful trades from gaps, so we need to place them. And I mean, yeah, or you just want to play it safe and just trade off sessions, but you won't get as much trades as that. But let's start. On the 1 hour, what we do is we adjust them. So we put them next to each other. Right there we see there's a wick, and this is a what's it called, a bearish candle, right? There's two here, let's call them easily. There's a red candle here, another red candle here, and we have a wick here in this body. So here there's a gap. Same thing right there. 9 doesn't exist yet because we trade at 9. We have here we have a wick, it's going into the body, 2 reds. Here we go. Obviously we're looking for sells or sells here. Now you still look on the 1 hour if there's any that you missed. I don't see any. Go on the 5 minute. 5 minute. Now that we're on the 5 minute, the gaps, they need to be adjusted so we get more precise entries. So this is right there on the 1 hour, right? You adjust it going from here to which one is looking better. So right there. And it does make sense, as we can see. Now you continue here. There's the other gap. What we do, it's right there on the 1 hour, right? We take it, okay, right there. You see, very easily. Now before we even start, we can see that 820 tapped into, filled in this price and rejected, and then 910 did the same thing and rejected. And not only the gap got filled and rejected, this session, which is Asia low 2. So that's 2 confirmation. And with timing, because we trade after 9, which has the most setups, we don't trade London, we don't trade Asia. So that's technically, we have the time, we have the gap, we have the session, that's all the confirmations. Anyway, now if you want to stay on the 5 minute, you can stay, or you go on the 3 minute. This is something that I'm testing, so we'll see yet. But it wouldn't matter that much, but I am on the 3 minute. So we already got confirmation by 9-9, we're in a trade. and you can take it here, doesn't matter. Our stop loss has enough room if this want to go deeper, so yeah, we're all right. Now 1 to 2, you want to aim to line, you aim to the line, you want to aim to the next lines, you aim to the next lines. That's all up to you after that. So strategies here, 1 to 2. If you want to aim more, you aim for more, it's your choice. Now let's go to the other day. So same thing. Now the only thing that I'm still testing out is previous days highs and low. Previous days highs and low, so we know we take entries of gaps and sessions, right? But previous days highs and low, I'm not sure yet if we should take entries because they are riskier. What we can do is just aim for profit. So we can take profit as, you know, when we place line. So let's say this line that I placed, let's say we didn't get any setups. I'm not gonna take a setup here, but I can look to take profit if I was in a setup. So yeah. So this is good, and yeah, now we go on to 4 hour. We look for any gaps. So we are Tuesday, 2, 6. So this could be a potential one. And we have this one right there. Very easy. Now, does it make sense on the 1 hour? Yes. This, we adjust it. So we play on the 4 hour, it gives you the general idea. 1 hour, you adjust it. So right there. Already you can see some confirmation and stuff, but anyway. Now we go on we check, is there any other? I can see there's one right there. We mark it up. 10, okay. Now there's those two, but it already happened, so I won't mark it up, okay? And yeah, from there everything looks good. Go on the 5 minute. What we do, we adjust them, so this gets adjusted right there. There's a mini wick, but it still counts. We adjust it. This is right there. This is good. If you want to adjust the sessions, you can adjust them. So there's a gap here. We adjust it to the better one, which would be right there. And then this one, like that, very easy. And now we look for trades. I'll go on the 3 minute, it doesn't really matter. So already we can see some nice trades and nice setup. 9:30, as you guys can see, we got our wick confirmation. From there, 9:33 we're in. 1 to 2, very easy. You want to aim for more, easily, for more, your choice. And yeah, clean setup. So that was basically it. Let's see if there was any reaction of the gaps we marked. This gap ended up doing nothing. Since we already had a setup here, it's basically just going right there. So what I mean by that is once we get the setup, the odds of another line that we mark to actually play out is less likely because we already went into this line or whatever line and had a reaction. So as we can see right there, another trade idea could have been made. I mean, another setup. Let's see. And this gap, maybe I didn't adjust it correctly, but we can see there was probably another setup right there. But this was the main one, and we're done. Now Wednesday. Wednesday was a little bit tricky since we had this previous day's highs, but here, let's show you guys. You see guys here, even though we put the line, they're pretty close, doesn't matter, we need to mark both. Any gap for Wednesdays? This doesn't exist yet, there's a gap right there. There's still this gap that didn't get filled. 1 hour. Okay. Now on the 1 hour, that's why we didn't see it on the 4 hour. As we can see right there, we have a wick, we have a body, both of them are green, we need to mark it up, so right there. And this, we adjust it right there. Pretty easy, pretty simple. 5 minute. 5 minutes. So now we adjust the gaps. This is the 1 hour. We adjust it. So right there. Could be right there, could be right there. You can mark both. And when there's a reaction, we can see which one was the one. Since we don't even enter on the first candle. So then this one. Let's go back right there. Then did we had any other one? This one is good. The upper one is good, this one. Adjust it. This could be right there. And it could be right there, so you just mark both. But I prefer the most fresh, so the most recent zone, the better. So as you can see right there, it did tap it at 8:50. It did fill in this gap at 8:25. So we're gonna mark it because most likely it's gonna come back to it. But right there, there's another gap, so I'll just mark it too. Very simple. The 1 hour was there, and yeah, we just adjust it. So, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Now this line is the previous day's highs and low. So in which case I said I will just remove it because I don't consider it as a entry anymore. Go on the 3 minute. And right there we can see 9:33 we got the rejection. By 9:39 we're in shorts. We got our 1 to 2, 1 aim for more. 1 to 6, 1 to 7, and then more to more to more. Here we can see this gap and then this gap. They both got filled and rejected, so pretty nice. Here we could have another entry. Now, on the 3 minute, it doesn't look as good as the 5 minute. So as you guys can see on the 5 minute, it looks cleaner here. So it filled in this gap, rejected. From there, there's another entry or another setup, we can say, if you didn't catch this one. So right there. And we even ended up filling this gap that I marked right there. So that was beautiful. And same thing, 1 to 2 or more. If you aim for more, it could go against you, so 1 to 2 is just a safer bet. Maybe 1 to 3, but that's your choice. And yeah, so yeah, hopefully you guys can understand these gaps better. So let's keep on going. That's 3 days in a row, which the setups played out. But it's all about how you see it when you're trading actually live. So yeah. So guys, if you guys are enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah. All right, everything is marked. Any gaps? Thursday. So now I didn't see any gaps, so we're doing nothing yet. This doesn't exist because we're on the 4 hour. So technically we're like that. Go on the 1 hour. Now you look for any gaps. Already I can see some, so gaps. On the 1 hour, this 7, 8, yeah. So same thing. 2 red candles, wick, body. This right there, even if it's a mini wick, it counts. 2 green bodies, wick, body. And yeah, those are the most recent one I marked. And yeah, 5 minute. Remember to refine them, adjust them. Right there, up, right there. Now this one was, I'm not gonna say tricky, but it's just common sense. Obviously on the 1 hour it's right there, right? But you can see the previous candle before 9, it doesn't make that much sense. So we don't go more, we go a little bit upper, and we can see rejection, 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 rejection. So you know, sometimes just common sense. And here, let's say on the 5 minute for now. 905 rejection, 920 we're in a short. We got our 1 to 2, wanna aim for more. That's a 1 to 4, more. It's so easy, guys. The setup is so easy. You just need to respect it and follow your trading plan, and yeah. Okay, from there, this doesn't count as a confirmation or nothing. So this gap didn't get filled, didn't get nothing. We don't care about it. Next entry, next setup would have been, so this is previous day. Here we had a rejection, a little one, but if you would have took a trade, you would have been stopped out, so 950. But to be honest, this was the main one, and that's the thing with this setup. Once the setup happens, if you miss it, the chances of other setups happening are, you know, it's riskier. So the safer bet is the first setup that happens, you take it. So Friday, which is today. Today, same thing, beautiful. This week, previous week, the strategy worked beautifully. Now today, I took an L, I'll show you guys why. But not only that, the setup played out. I just couldn't enter. So basically it ran my, what's it called, the line. I got confirmation, but the line, the second line at 9:30 came in straight away and then flew. So I didn't have time to enter, and it sucks. I missed the trade for that. So yeah. Right there. Okay, I won't mark those because the price didn't even come near it. So 4 hour we had this gap, 6, yeah. So let's just put a gap here. Any other? No. On the 1 hour we adjusted, so would be right there. Any others? This could have been as one, but like I said, the most recent the better. But here, we can mark it up. And yeah, go on the 5 minute. So since it didn't play out, I'll just remove it. Why didn't? Because we already had a setup, and then there's less likely for another setup to play out. So 1 hour adjusted right there. We can see it does make sense. Now what I did is here I seen we got 2 confirmation. From there I took long and we took an L right there. It's okay. We won. The strategy worked perfectly all week. We're not gonna change it. We're not gonna take another trade. Now it sucks because if I would have took another trade, as you guys can see right there, 925. So what ended up happening? It filled the gap, but it wanted to sweep a session, which it swept Asia high and then flew. Confirmation 925. We're in 930. One aim for more, which didn't end up filling, so we would have been back to break even or something. But this line did get filled, so right there. Could have had a nice 3 RR. But anyway, here it filled in this gap. I was waiting for this next candle to touch so I can enter. And not even 1 second it touched and it was already going up. So if I would have took the trade, I would have been right there. So I was like, no way, because imagine it just comes back and you know there's no room, there's nothing, so I just didn't take it. And from there it flew, and yeah. So yeah guys, that was the trade backtesting for this week. Gaps explained. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see any other videos. I'll start doing them. If you guys need any help, let me know. And yeah, setup strategy, they're happening very often. But what comes with this strategy is onset hits, we need to enter. If you miss it, if you take an L, don't take another one, because there's less likely chance of a win to happen. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys tomorrow or next video.